What's up, speeders? SonicZilla23 here. Today, we will be reviewing the Sonic the Hedgehog XDC Green Lantern Silver. Now, this figure just arrived in Indonesia. Somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. I finally got, after a long time waiting, Green Lantern Silver. But let's stop yapping. Let's go ahead and look at this box, shall we? So, this figure, along with the rest of the Sonic XDC line, was created by Jakks Pacific, the absolute GOAT of Sonic figure merch. And at first look, you can see Silver here through this plastic window, and first of all, holy peak! It's beautiful, honestly. Look at this, oh my... I want to open it, but not yet. And as you can see the decals and stuff like that. And it says down here, Silver Green Lantern, with the Green Lantern symbol over here. And the box art over here shows Silver and Green Lantern himself. Pretty cool. And it also shows off Sonic the Hedgehog and DC with an X over there. It also shows off a Jakks Pacific logo back here. It has a nice black, blue, and green background, as you can see. But that's it for the front. There's not much going on, unlike the Sonic 3 figures. But here, in the back, it shows off Silver. Nice, it's very nice. Silver along with the Green Lantern and the logos of Sonic and DC. It also says back here, Silver and Green Lantern with that logo. And down here you can see Wonder Woman Amy and Flash Sonic. I want to get these two in the future. And it says back here, collect them all, which you'll bet your ass I'm gonna do. So now, let's go ahead and open this baby up. But I am very sure it's not going to take long to take Silver out of his box. But I'm hoping I did the intro for the box right. So now let's go ahead and open them. I'll be very gentle because, as you can see, there's a tie there. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see it, guys, but there's ties on the shoes. I don't know how I missed that. Alright guys, so I finally got Silver out of his packaging, and in first impressions, it's everything I've ever dreamed of, man. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so good. Let's just get this trash out the way. Woo! Now, here is Silver out of the packaging. As you can see, Silver is looking quite dapper in his suit. And I'm gonna be honest, he looks tough, bro. He looks tough. I'm not gonna lie, he looks tough. Let's stop yapping about random shit, and now let's get into the sculpting, detail paint, and just the looks of the figure overall. Now, let's start off with Silver's head. Now, as you can see, Silver has yellow eyes, which is accurate. He does have yellow eyes. And I like the green around here. That represents like the Green Lantern mask. It's actually pretty cool, even though the actual Green Lantern doesn't use a mask. And I like the gray they use for Silver. It's actually very nice, in my opinion. Some may not like it, but I like it. But yo, I also like the expression, the serious expression, the color used for the mouth, the muzzle. It's actually pretty nice. I like it. And you can see the ears are colored on the insides too, like over here. But I like how, I like the feeling and the sculpting of the head. It's actually very nice. And on the side, this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna be honest, on camera, it doesn't do justice how big these quills are. Like these. This thing is bigger than my fucking dick. Yo, this is actually really good. It's big too, very girthy, very long. And the back here is very nice. There's no quill over here. But I'm gonna be honest, there's not that much going on. But I like it. I like the color, I like the design. It's very nice and very accurate to the comics. Now moving on to Silver's chest. As you can see, Silver has that Green Lantern symbol right there. But I like the color they use for the chest. It's very nice. Good quality too. And the design's pretty nice too. Very accurate to the comics. And back here you can see that there's some black and green scheming, but there's not much detail. But that's fine. And something I noticed, if you look back here, if you look closely, it looks like Silver is wearing a suit? I think that's the whole point. Yeah, all the characters are wearing suits. It's very nice. It looks very much like Green Lantern. And same goes for the shoulders and arms. It's pretty much the same. And something about the arms I must point out, there's also like this dent over here, as you can see, making it look like Silver is wearing a costume, which he is. The gloves too. The gloves. Now, something about them seems different. Usually Silver's gloves are very different. But look at these. These are actually very nice looking. I like them. Speaking of gloves, you can also see like the Green Lantern ring over there. Although the ring looks a little bit goofy, they could have done a little bit better. It's a pretty small item, like a pretty small decal, so yeah, it's fine. I like that detail though. I like they put that there. And the waist over here, it looks nice with that same black and green, and I like the black over here. It's very nice. And the shoes. Now the shoes don't have color detailing. The sculpting detail, that is a different story. Because as you can see, there's a very tiny sculpting detail here. And it looks super good, in my opinion. It looks very good. And there's some more sculpting detail over here, which is like the real wrinkles, and this too. And the shoes themselves don't have much going on, although I do like the sculpting and the feeling of it. It's very nice. And the bottom of the shoes, there's nothing much going on too. And there is the peg holes where you can like attach something on there, like. Now, since we're done looking at Silver's paint detail, sculpting detail, and overall design, let's go ahead and look at Silver's articulation, shall we? Alright, so now we're going to move on to Silver's articulation. So, starting off with Silver's head. So, he can go ahead and do a 360-degree turn on his head. And he can look up that much. Look down that much, tilt his head to the right that much, tilt his head to the left that much, and it can do that. Moving on to the arms, Silver can do a 360-degree spin on the shoulder. Silver has a butterfly joint there, which moves forward that much and goes back that much. And Silver can put his arm up this much. And if you look closely, there's a bicep swivel there, so he can do a 360-degree spin like that. He can bend his elbow that much, rock his wrist back that much, rock his fist forward that much, and do a 360-degree turn on the wrist. And he can open up his fingers that much, which is very nice. Alright, so moving on to the lower parts of Silver's articulation. At the waist here, it can't really crunch back or forth that much or tilt at all. It doesn't do that at all, but it can twist 360 degrees, and he can kick out his legs that much, which is very nice. Then there's a thigh cut right here, or thigh swivel, allowing him to twist the entire lower part of his leg 360 degrees. He can bend his knee a little over 90 degrees. Then he can put his foot up that much. put it down that much. He can rock it to the right that much, and to the left that much. And to give you a perspective, he can pivot his feet like that, which is very nice. Since we're done looking at Silver's articulation, let's go ahead and look at the poses Silver can do. First pose here is Green Lantern Silver doing an epic battle stance pose. As you can see, he made it look like he's using his Green Lantern ring right there. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool looking. And this very much fits Silver's character and his actual abilities. The next pose is Silver doing a little hover pose. And it just makes sense. Green Lantern flies, Silver flies, it makes sense. Now, this pose is Silver doing the flying pose. And well, it looks actually pretty epic. I mean, it kind of looks like Silver is coming at you to punch you in the face. Which, I guess you could also call this pose. But this is supposed to be Silver flying in the air. Now, for the final pose, I decided to come up with something a little inspired again. From that one Spider-Man edit. Quinch types it, but this is actually pretty cool, and if I'm gonna be honest, this is actually pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. Alright speeders, now since we are done looking at the articulation on Silver here, let's move on to the size comparison for this action figure, shall we? Now, starting off with the movie 3 Sonic and Shadow. But as you can see, Silver compared to movie Sonic and Shadow is actually taller by like a few millimeters or so. But well, they are basically the same size. But as you can see, Silver's shoulders are a lot lower than movie Sonic and Shadow's. But it gives a bit of variety to the figures, you know? It's actually pretty nice. Next figures are the classic Doomslayer and the Dark Ages Doomslayer. Now, as you can see, both the Dark Ages Doomslayer and the classic Doomslayer both tower over Silver. I mean, it makes sense that he's shorter than them. I mean, in reality, he would be, because in real life, according to actual lore, so the Sonic characters are at least 3 to 4 feet tall, which is really short. Now, here is Silver next to my NECA Godzilla and my Mecha Godzilla. Now, please, don't be fooled. This Godzilla is made by the company NECA, N-E-C-A. And this company is, well, it's supposed to be made by SH Monster Arts. But this is a bootleg because, well, let's be real. Who the fuck can afford the actual SH Monster Arts Mecha Godzilla? But as you can see, Silver is way shorter than Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla. Although Mecha Godzilla is arguably one of the tallest figures in my collection. Not as big as the Ultimate Talking Sonic. For the final comparison, it's the T13 figure line. As you can see, I have this T13 figure over here, which I have named yet. Well, I mean, like I said, for now we'll just call this guy Marcus. Marcus, compared to Silver, Marcus is actually shorter than Silver's little spines here. And yes, I have this dog over here, this T13 dog. It's actually pretty cool. But, I mean, I don't know what to think of this comparison. This three, they kind of look odd. But at the same time, they look good together. So, yeah. Alright speeders, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider hitting the like, share, subscribe, and notification buttons so that way you never miss an epic figure review. And before I fully end the video, I just wanted to say I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would like to hear your thoughts on the Sonic X DC Silver figure. That's gonna be it, guys. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.